Jeremy, how can home care agencies leverage automation for their businesses?
That's a great question. And so, automation and AI is a very hot topic right now. Everybody's trying to figure out how they can get into that. And I think at the end of the day, a lot of people in the home care space, we aren't building computers. We're not out there doing that type of stuff. So, when we hear automation, when we hear AI, it can become scary. But automation's actually, in my opinion, a lot less scary than say AI, right? To at least to get implemented, because there's simple things that a home care agency can do. One of those things is a missed call text back type automation. So for example, let's say somebody's calling your home care agency and they're on the line, and for whatever reason, another person calls in and can't connect. An automation text message, SMS text, can go right back out to that lead. And, that lead could be inquiring about 24-hour care, all kinds of different care that could bring revenue. But what's going to happen is if they can't get through to the line and they feel like the company can't handle their service, they're going to go back out to Google and call the next business. So an automation as simple as missed call text back is super, super powerful. We've used that for our clients and we've seen that. And I know that you've probably heard of that automation, Nick, and have some solutions there as well. But missed call text back is super, super powerful. It doesn't get used every day, but when it does get used, it has the potential to turn a lead that might have been lost into thousands of dollars of revenue. So that's one thing that they could implement is missed call text back.
Amazing. Yeah, that's so important. I think that just, again, texting is an aspect of incorporating that more. What's the second thing that somebody can utilize or leverage in automation that you think is super essential?
So another one could be, let's say a lead, somebody calls on the phone and they inquire about home care. Are you guys, have an opening in home care right now? Are you taking on clients? Great. You are. Perfect. So they ask their questions. They may not be in the market necessarily today. They might be out interviewing companies, collecting price quotes, maybe setting up appointments. One of the traditional things that I think should still happen, so I'm not suggesting that this stops, but one of the traditional ways to try to get that lead to come on board with your home care agency and close that sale is to schedule a home care assessment. Well, we know if that person's calling around, getting prices, etc., they're not always ready to book a home care assessment just yet. They might want to call 3 or 4 different home care agencies. And then the very last one, the 5th one or the 4th one, maybe they do go ahead and book because now they have more information. They're more educated. They have some more information. Maybe not. Maybe they have the information. Now they're kind of processing that, talking with some family members, and then 7 days later. Well, what you can do and what traditionally should happen is that a human being follows up with that lead. But we know a lot of home care agency owners have a lot on their plate. They're wearing a lot of different hats. Even some large home care agencies. I've talked to agencies that are doing like $12 million in revenue a year. They have salespeople. The salespeople are focused on the big nursing homes, right? They're focused on some big sales, right? So they're not necessarily always following up with these people. So a simple automation, when somebody calls in and they identify as a potential client, you can tag that lead as a potential client and you can start drip feeding text messages, SMS text to their phone or their email as well, a video that you record telling your story about why you got into home care, why people consider you the best in home care. And you can text that video in a text message and they will play that. And I guarantee you, a lot of other home care agencies have not got automation set up yet. And so if you are on the cutting edge of automation, either working with a company like us that can set this up and get this up, or there's some other companies out there that can, get automation. But if you're getting this set up in your home care agency, guess what? You're on the cutting edge and you're going to be more likely to get that sale. And they're going to be looking at that and they're automatically going to be feeling those trust signals. They're also going to be looking at that video and that video is going to set you up to be the authority. I feel like that is also super powerful. A second automation is to basically have a drip feed for maybe, 3 to 7 days. And in there, you can send the video and then you can also put a link where they can book at their own time and convenience a home care assessment. And guess what? It will send home care appointment reminders to you and your team and the client when that home care assessment is going to happen. That's super powerful because it can basically take a lead, do all the follow-up process for you, and build kind of pre-sales with a video, right? Telling your story, why you're the best, and get them to book a home care assessment all with automation.
If you're not using automation, you are missing out. This is absolutely essential to be leveraging automation in your home care business. And this is only 2 ways. Jeremy has a ton of other ways that you can leverage it, specifically in your caregiver recruitment process, which is essential, that can save you and your recruiter hours upon hours of time. You got to be leveraging this technology if you want to survive in this fast-moving, digital-paced age.
If you would like to learn more about optimizing your home care agency website on Google using SEO to get at the top of the search engine so you can get, clients picking up the phone, calling you, caregivers picking up the phone and calling you, or if you'd like to get some automation built out so you can have some automated processes, automatically follow up with caregivers, follow up with clients that helps you close more deals without lifting a finger. Go ahead and go to our website, growhomecaremarketing.com. Again, that's growhomecaremarketing.com.